It's been a long time, and we all are kind of locked in our houses during this COVID time. And I'm very sure everybody must be getting very bored. So was I. I mean, it was almost 4 to 5 months since we actually went out and went out for fun, just for fun. Otherwise, nowadays it's all daily necessities or some or the other work. But I'm feeling very good to share that we finally got a chance, and it was not a I would say easy pick given all the you know concerns and security and health measures that you would like to follow nowadays. But the good thing is, when I was googling all this, I could see that there are three forts near Delhi, almost 1 to 150 kilometers in the range, and they are maintained by Nimrana. And this is one of those forts. This is Tijara Fort, Tijara Fort Palace, and the view that you are seeing right now is from the terrace of one of the sub forts within this fort, or a building. If I'm not sure if you can see, there is a monkey sitting, and then you see this huge, large, green, lush fields. In fact, it's so beautiful and mystic that I'm not sure if you could make it out, but I'm not able to make out the horizon. If you see it, it seems like the clouds, the sky is merging with the mountains, and then it gradually transforms into the grassland. So we still have some haze, and that is why it's not very clear. But that grayish line is your Aravalli mountain range. It will be clear in some time. It's 6:30 in the morning, so that is expected. But we do have some good sunshine. Anyways, so this is a very old fort. It was built in somewhere around 1830 to 1840, but it was left incomplete. And Nimrana as a group, their business model is they take over these forts from government which are unfinished, and then they take it on lease, and then they do the makeover and transform it into a heritage property, and then you can come and you can stay, and that is how they make money. By the way, the services have been absolutely fantabulous. Kudos to them for that. But let me just give you a brief walk around of the fort. Not really a walk around, but just a standstill show. So let's start from the left. So here you can see that this is on a hill basically, and it's the height is pretty good. That is very evident from the view that we are getting. And then you'll see that this was a small hill, which was and the whole fort is built on top of this small hill. And there are different sections in this fort. This one is the Mardana Mahal that you can see, that building. Okay, so it has 20-30 rooms, and likewise the full fort is, I mean, because it was a hill, it's just full of greenery and wildlife in the sense, not that lion tiger, but there are some interesting birds. You keep hearing their chirps, monkeys, and I saw 2-3 types of parrots over here, and your squirrels and all. Yeah, this building that you see right now is the Diwar Mahal, and it also has a few rooms. It has a very good veranda, chairs and all that you see. This is the veranda which is common for the 3-4 rooms which are in the Diwar Mahal, and I'm actually standing on the terrace of Diwar Mahal. Ignore the leftovers there. We had dinner yesterday night, just because of the view. So they have a very proper restaurant and cafeteria where you can sit and relax and have a dinner. But just because of this view, we chose to have dinner right here. Anyways, now this other building that you see is the Rani Mahal, and again this has some sort of rooms, and I can see some people already there. They have woke up and people are roaming around, which is good. I didn't expect this given the party that they had last night. All right, So I'll try to show some glimpses of the fort when I, walk around in the interiors. But all in all, these are the three main sections. There is the fourth one, which is the Hawa Mahal, and we'll try to get that as well. That is more or less the entrance. And so they have their evening high tea there. They call it Hawa Mahal because the rooftop is really very airy. And here you see, Mr. Hanumanji is coming, and he's going. I couldn't see it in spot, so people just stepped back a little. Oh my God! I just hope he doesn't charge his back. Okay, he's gone. Good for us. And in the sky, we can still see the moon. I'm not sure if it is visible. It should be. It's very picturesque, and I'm very sure you should be able to relate to that. Let's just walk a little. Let me show you some other sections of the fort as well. I'm not sure how far will it be visible, but yeah, this is the pool area. This was the Rani Mahal that we talked about, and then in the lower floors, this is the pool area, which obviously because of COVID is not in use. But good part is they have water in the pool, so you can just go and sit beside the pool, and you can at least feel it, if not swim. All right. And so the greenery is, pretty good. They have different types of trees. I also saw bamboos grown. Let's walk a little in the veranda. So this is the veranda which I was talking about. This is our room, the Panna Mahal, and it's a beautiful room. I'll not get inside, otherwise I won't be allowed to come out. Yeah, I hope it is visible. If you can see, there's a small pond-like shape, and it's the lotus pond. There are some lotus blossoming. Let's just see if we can go there. Alright, so we are here at that pond structure. Wow. And these are real lotus. These are not just for show. Looks so good. And there is a, slopey pathways within this fort. And it's not really a very flat or road-like pathways that you mostly see in the resorts. It has its ups and downs. So if there are elder people or pregnant women traveling with you, then you should, it's not that they cannot, but then you should just book a room accordingly, because there are some rooms which are at the ground level which would be more suited, and then there are some which may not be that much suited. Okay, let's get up. Gangs of Khachar. I hope you can relate it to a tagline similar to this. Okay, let's go up. This is the same Mardana Mahal that I was showing. See the beauty. So it has a garden to walk up to that section, and then within that section also they have a very good courtyard area, and the view from terrace would be something to see for. We'll see when we go there, not now probably. And these are some other section. They are building some more rooms here, still under construction. They want to exploit it to the maximum. Just kidding, they're doing a good job by the way. Had they have left it the way it was, ruins and all Khandar, I'm sure no one would have got a chance to visit this area, visit this fort, and see how good and how beautiful this area is. This is the garden area. So there is a 3-level garden. This is the first level, and it's pretty big. It's not that just for the namesake. This is the second level. We are just stepping down to the second level of the garden area. You see, yesterday night I had a list of to-do items, and one was sitting in this area and doing some yoga, which obviously didn't happen. Just woke up, and again that section is the Rani Mahal. So we were there. From there, we were from that terrace we were shooting. So you could saw Rani Mahal, and then at the backside the Mardana Mahal. And there I told you that there is. So this is the restaurant section, by the way. And this is also really fort-like. Looks pretty good. And this is the Hawa Mahal, the entrance, the one I told you about. You see, and on the first level and on the terrace is where they arrange for high tea and all. It's a small play area for kids. You'd see some jhulas and all. And they have written that it is strictly for children under 10 years, just in case people like me venture into those sections. And this is just beside the restaurant. This is a cool sitting area, which I have been instructed not to go and sit because of, obvious reasons. And let's just walk to the wall. Again, this is the Hawa Mahal. And the views are actually very stunning. I mean, from here you can actually, go and walk to the, what we call the boundary walls. So there is a pathway to go to the boundary walls, and you can, in movies you must have seen that the very first people who usually spot an attack or, any happening outside the fort are people who are standing on the boundary wall. So that area is actually very good. You can just walk to that and you can stand and you can get a very cool view. Well, I'm just walking around and seeing what else we have here. So I'm just walking to one side, the other section basically. I'm not following the gangs of Khachar, by the way. It just happens to be crossing my path. क्या है भैया ये मट्टी बजरी अच्छा बालू we'll go to that section also. It's a open air theater. We had a nice program, cultural program last evening. It was awesome. Wow. You see, now the Aravlis are a little more easy to see. We're just checking downside just to make sure that there are no Hanumanjis roaming around. Okay, we are safe. All right. So just take a view of the Aravlis and feel the beauty, feel the natural aroma this place carries. And it is highly, I would highly recommend people to visit. It's obviously a little costly compared to the other resorts that you have as an option, but I mean, this is an experience. Think of it that way. There is a small pond also. If you see, I'm not sure how clear is it, that area. If you see, it's a small pond. And what people have told me is that in earlier days, this all used to be flooded with water whenever there was heavy rain. And there was also some wall built, which was built before independence, just to make sure that the water, it doesn't go to the Tijara city. So Tijara is the city in which this fort is located, in Alwar. Little friend. So this is the, kind of an open theater. These seats act as a seat for people to sit. And then here again, one more level of stairs which are used for sitting, and then there was a stage set around here for people to perform. I shot some videos and photos. I'm not sure if I would be able to include those. I'll check. The view was mesmerizing. Just imagine sitting here under the lights, all dark, behind nothing, because there was no light to, today or right now you can see the Aravlis, but then it was all pitch dark and it was all stormy. I mean, the breeze was blowing pretty heavily, and then we were having that Rajasthani cultural show here with music and dance and some cultural instruments, historical instruments. That said, we are very close to the Rani Mahal section. I'll not get inside. This is the entrance, by the way, for Rani Mahal. And so the cool part here is, for everything they have a name. I mean, even the rooms, they don't have room numbers. They have names. Like The room where I am staying is called Panna Mahal. Okay, let's take a different route to get back. Let's not follow the same route. This is the swimming pool area. The swimming pool that we saw. We can just, get down from here and go to pool. The restaurant, the sun, the Hawa Mahal, the entrance, looking stunning. This is also to get down to the pool area. This is the terrace for the pool section. And that's where we are staying. That's the room, and the terrace area is where we started the recording. So I hope you are getting little sense of this whole fort. It's pretty big, but I still wanted to just make sure that you get a sense of the fort. It took some time for me to understand what is where. We also took a not a tour, but yeah, we also took a tour kind of a thing last night, where with the guy, he walked us around the fort and told the related historical importance and all the stories, how this was built, who built, why this was built, the Nimrana's role and all that, which was good to know, pretty interesting. Okay, so we are back in our room, the Panna Mahal. Bye for now. I hope you enjoyed.